website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. Hey, in this video I'm going to give you what I really consider to be a true secret of how to get as much practice time in there as possible in your day. So stick with me, and when you hear this secret, you're going to think, really? How is that, because we are fooling ourselves when it comes to time. But haven't you noticed that there's not enough time always? It's like there's not enough hours in the day because you want to practice and you have to go to work too and make some money. You have to look after the kids or whatever. If you go to school, you have to do homework. It seems like there's not enough time. But if there wasn't a sun going down every day, if there wasn't days, if we lived on a planet where, there was always light because we have 3 suns surrounding the planet, then there wouldn't be that limit to our days. And we would just say, if people said, oh, there's not enough time, how do you mean time? There's not enough time. It's a constant. What do you mean there's not enough of it? It doesn't make sense. But what we're saying when we're saying there's not enough time to practice, I don't have enough time, is that we're saying, I'm too hungry. I'm so hungry for results. I want to practice and I want to go to work and I want to, look after my children or do my homework. I want all these results in my life. And it's like I can't put it all in there. That's the real problem, right? So it's you. It's not the fact that we have 24 hours in a day and you have to sleep also, right? And the second you start getting too ambitious and you have all sorts of other commitments, we start borrowing from our sleep, for instance, right? We start going to bed too late, or we do all sorts of things to twist the arm of reality so we can get more time. And that might work for a period of time, right? If you're all passionate and fired up about your guitar practicing project, you might actually be able to do without much sleep in your work days because you're just fired up with all sorts of cool hormones that's going to keep you awake and engaged. But at some point, you're going to collapse from a thing like that. So the question that I'm talking about here is about how can I do one YouTube video, one Instagram video almost every single day of the week? And we do almost one new program every single week as well. How is that possible time-wise? And of course, we're a bunch of people in here. So most of my time I can spend in front of the camera, which really helps. But there's a secret. There's really a secret, and I really need you to try this out because it doesn't sound like a secret and it doesn't sound effective. But what we often do is we postpone things all the time. So we say, I should practice more, I want to practice more. But do we get up 30 minutes earlier? Do we go to bed at 9 so we can get up 2 hours earlier to practice? Do we do that? Well, I couldn't do that because, and then we start talking about how we really don't want to practice that much. How something is really more important, like watching TV or spending time with the family or whatever it is that But the thing is, here's the secret. If you decide that guitar practicing and playing is the first thing you do every single time you have a chance to do it. So it's the first thing you do in the morning. How can it be that I have to go? When do you get up normally? When do you get up? Get up 30 minutes before and then start practicing like the first thing, right? In your pajamas. First thing. No, I just have to get my coffee. Just first thing. That's the secret. Because we always, just in a little while, and there's really 2 realms here. There's 2 worlds where in one world you do it in a while. And then sometimes you do it in a while. But then you run out of time because all the little things like drinking coffee, doing the little, putting on whatever, that's what takes up the most time, all the little things. And the big things like playing guitar is reserved for the little time you have left after you do that. So we can be pushing or we can be reacting. basically, to reality. And when you get up in the morning, if you can get up 30 minutes earlier and start practicing, you'll find that guitar practicing really gets that big place in your life. It's the first thing you do, and then you do all the other things. When you get home from work, the first thing you do, you say, hi, I just gonna go practice, right? I don't know if you say hi like that, but you go practice right away, even just for 2 minutes. It's not about the time, it's about the first thing. After you ate dinner, first thing, 2 minutes of practicing, right? After you tuck the kids in, first thing, go practice for 2 minutes. If you can do that, it's like, but that will give me like 6 minutes in the evening and like 30 minutes in the morning. How's that going to? But I promise you, it's the secret. Because it's not having, too little time. It's that we always postpone things. Right? Here's my pattern. I either live in this state or in the other state. I either push, say, I just want to sleep in, right? This is part of the reason why I'm so productive, that I either want to sleep. This is the realm that's not so productive, right? I wake up and I say, I'll just snooze for 5 minutes, or I'm just, be in bed for 10 minutes, and, I start slow. Then I get out of bed, then I go work out. But, before I work out, I eat my breakfast, because that's the pleasurable thing to do, right? So first is snoozing, second is breakfast, and then I go work out, right? And whenever I do that, I almost always work out for just half the time, and I'm half as engaged as if I'm living in the other realm where the alarm goes off. I'm out of bed like in, 1 minute after it goes off, and just stretching myself, get out of bed, in my workout clothes, out the door before 5 minutes have passed, right? I'm still doing this when I'm in the car going to the gym. And then I start working out, and I'm just totally boosted after that. And then after that, I can go eat breakfast. But then I'm all engaged, and I'm all up, my tempo is just so high. So it's like, if I start with the big important things, it's like every other small things takes no time at all. If I do it the other way around, it takes all my time almost, right? So whenever I get into the studio or into the office, first thing again, first workout, then I go to breakfast, I'm all pumped up, I go shoot videos, first thing, because videos are the most exhaustive thing to do. I can sit in front of my computer, do all kinds of other things, do tabs and answer emails or whatever it is. And those are easy things. The big, bulky things, the big, important things, that's almost the most exhaustive and the most creative, right? And being creative is really tiring, right? You have to use a lot of energy, but that's the first thing. And if I just postpone it, just go make coffee, just sit down, and just, it's the same thing happens, that I postpone it a little bit and I produce half as much video. This is really such and I'm sure it's not relevant for you to hear about my workday, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And really what we're talking about here is the mammal brain. We got 3 developmental stages in the brain. We got the reptile level, which is the most primitive, fight or flight instinct, and the almost like a computer, like a robot. And then we got the middle level, which is the monkey level, right? Mammal level. And then we got the top level, which is why we have such huge heads compared to monkeys. We got the frontal lobes. And the frontal lobes has the ability to be intelligent and abstract, think in time, evaluate what's the most important thing. It can act and decide contrary to instinct, to urges, bodily urges about I want to go eat, I want to go sleep, I want to lay down, right? So that's the animal basically, right? And your ability to make plans and to be engaged and to inspire yourself by watching these videos and then making decisions. What if I got up 30 minutes earlier? What if I did this? What if I try this out and do this, first thing in the morning? And what would happen? That's exciting. What if I could develop my skills, like double my skills in 3 months or 6 months? What would happen if I did that? Your ability to use your frontal lobes like that and think in time and inspire yourself and choose to believe, even though you don't, right, that you can do it. Choose to act in spite of self-doubt. Will make you get up early in the morning, will make you do the first thing. And that's really the battle here. Because if you react to the monkey, which we sometimes do, we're human, right? If you react to that urge to just stay in bed and do all the small things, the easy things first, all your life is going to be like that, right? You just push all the big importance in front of you. And you never get to that thing, do it first, right? The most exhaustive, the hardest thing, the thing that demands the most creativity or effort or whatever it is. First thing, because then you start out like that. It's amazing what it does to the rest of what you do. And if you can do first in the morning, practice, first when you get home from work, or first in the lunch break, just 2 minutes of practicing in the lunch break, people are going to point to you and say, what are you doing? You're at work. But you know differently, right? First when you get home from work, first after dinner, even if it's just 2 minutes, because you get momentum. You start practicing and suddenly you've practiced for 2 hours because you went there first, right? And you might be talking to people. People might, your family might want you to do stuff and you do it and then you're back to practicing because you got that momentum running. It's just amazing what it does. So even though you can't see right now that should make any huge difference because I just don't have time, right? Even though you see that as a fact, then really challenge that because it might be an illusion. It might actually be the reason why you see your life as I don't have time to practice is because you do all the small stuff all the time. And those just expand. So you look at your life and say, look at all the things I do. How would I have time to practice? But it's because the small stuff just takes up the whole thing, right? Of course, you have to go to work. Of course, we have time constraints, right? I'm not saying that. But just try this out. Just for a week or just a day, right? And see how much you actually get in there, how much practice time. It's just the most amazing thing. And if you do all the easy stuff first, when you get home from work, you do the easy stuff, you eat, do the easy stuff again, you get your butt in the couch, and you don't want to go there. Right? And then you say, I need to sit here. I need to relax now. I've been at work all day. I don't have time to practice. But if you would have practiced right after coming home from work, that's energizing, right? You get energy from that. And then and when you sit down on the couch, you almost can't sit still because you got so much energy. It's either way. It's either the just giving in to the monkey or giving in to your excitement and passion for practicing and getting results. It's the eternal struggle. But I really urge you to try this out because it really does work. And don't expect yourself to be perfect. Just expect yourself to always have to deal with the fact that there are urges to do the easy thing. And there are, that passionate interest and excitement about doing the hardest thing first. It never ends. But if you're willing to go there, time and time again, after you fall prey to the monkey part of the brain, then I promise you, your results will soar. It's just amazing. Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.